Hello, hello YouTube. I'm bringing you guys an interesting video today. I'm going to be talking about just various skips and whatnot that exist in the campaign. So the first skip is actually right here. So when you enter Act 2 and you get into the zone, we have to activate the three defense barriers. After you activate the third one, you have to run up and talk to an NPC, and then you can do a skip here. So here when you talk to the NPC, you can do your hotkey to open your world map, or you just manually click it. So just for reference, the world map is not hotkeyed by default. I hotkeyed mine to G, but if you click on the top right here, and you click on world map, it will do the same thing. Or you can also hotkey it like I have. And then you're going to TP to the hideout. And this is going to save you the time from running all the way from there to the hideout, and then running from the initial hideout up here to get to the NPC. So it's a pretty significant skip. Then, after you talk to this NPC, we're going to TP instantly again. We're going to TP to the plaza zone, and we're instantly going to TP again. Because we already unlocked the checkpoint for the next zone. So that's the first major skip that happens in the campaign. It's a pretty big skip. The next skip is going to be at 26. So this skip is when you get into the zone, we have to kill the NPCs and break through the walls and stuff. What you're going to do is when you get up to this part, we need to go to the right here to kill an NPC. You can instead just go directly to the shields and blink over them. That just saves a tiny bit of time. But you also don't have to kill the mobs here then, which is nice. Then at 3:20, 32, there's another skip that I found. So once you enter this hideout, you're instantly going to open your map, and you're going to TP here, and this skips two things. One, it saves the time of needing to walk from here to there, but more importantly, normally if you run up here and you go to the NPC won't be there because she has an animation to trigger, which comes running up to talk to you. Doing it this way completely skips that animation, and she's just there ready. You can instantly TP then to the Plaza of Glory. You're just going to reset your blinks, and you can go and just TP straight here to the entrance. Now, another skip that is in the campaign is once you get to the boss Roamer, which is in this zone. This guy. So once you get into the Cathedral zone and you get to the Roamer boss, you know how... So there's two skips here. There's two things here. So the first thing is, if you blink into his arena, the boss is just not going to be there. You need to run into the arena to spawn the boss instantly. Otherwise, you don't get an insta-spawn. And then once you've spawned the boss, it is possible to do enough damage to skip his immunity phase. I don't get it. It's very difficult to do on 3 especially on a no patron. But if you're a bit higher leveled and stuff, it is very doable. And then there's a minor thing here. It's not necessarily a skip, but it is something to keep in mind. Is these enemies, you kind of want to kill them off screen, because there's going to be enemies spawning from each corner. And those enemies will just constantly attack you and make it very hard to accept the quest. If you kill these guys before running to the middle, or at least just get them low enough, you can then talk to the NPC and accept the quest without having them stop you from doing that the whole time. Then 50 minutes in, we're going to have another skip. So this zone in its entirety has a few skips. So the first thing you're going to do is when you get up here and you talk to Gerald, you need to run to the middle. So do you see this circle? You only have to run till there. I went a bit too far in this run because I was looking at chat. Right here, you can already TP. So on the stairs already, you see that the thing is ready there. And then once you TP, you're going to TP to the... It's just going to give you the checkpoint to the next zone here, and you TP to it. Then you go through the section. Oh, I did the section very slowly. I was just testing something. It did not work. It was awful. Lost over a minute in the zone. once you kill this boss, you're gonna instantly TP again. So you kill the final boss, the final Gerald here, you TP, you go to Plaza of Eternity, to progress the quest, you skip the cutscene, and then you TP to the next place, which is the Road of Stars. And then again, same thing at the Road of Stars. Once you reach the end of Road of Stars and you kill the boss, you can just waypoint out again. Or like TP out again. It is possible. I've had some weird stuff here when testing it with like running out versus waypointing out. But waypointing out is just the, or like TPing out of the map is just the most consistent setup. Let me just talk about cutscene skips in general, because cutscene skips is just an interesting topic. So anytime you go into the campaign where there's a forced cutscene, like this area is the forced cutscene, if you then do a blink, or like a blink ability, while holding down left click as the cutscene starts, your character will continue running in the direction that you did it. It's like, you see that I blinked there, and my character is like still running to the right. That is something that I've been doing in my speedrun to try and save as much time as possible, where anytime there's a cutscene where you have to run after the cutscene, I'm trying to time it just right that I blink into the cutscene and keep running. Like I blink as the cutscene starts so that I can keep running and keep momentum. But anyway, YouTube, that's gonna be all from me. There's just a few like nice little tricks. It's mostly just Act 2 and Act 3 that has like the main skips. But yeah, getting fast on this campaign has been really fun for me. I went from doing a 116 or 303 with pets to doing a 102. And I think that 102 can still go lower, and that's a 102 without pets. But that's gonna be it from me, YouTube. I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube.